Okay, as toxic as the black mamba. Baby black mamba. Woo. I love Ziggy, my favorite little American croc. They're prancing, they're prancing. I love you so much. This is an endangered animal. What? Pretty bit. Whoa! Whoa! Ah. Whoa! Well, what is going on, beautiful people? Welcome back to My Wildlife. I'm working on the croc pens. We're just about done. Just getting one last pull of concrete and ready to go. All we need now is to throw 3 new gates. So we got a gate for here, a gate for here, and then the slender snout croc exhibit back there. As you can see, my sweet baby Ziggy. She's enjoying herself. My plump little girl. Look how beautiful she is. Outside, natural sunlight, looking very yellow. Those pretty emerald green eyes. I love Ziggy, my favorite little American croc. And then over here, this is probably where I'm gonna put Bridget, the broad snout caiman, one of the first crocodilians to join the collection. She's like going on to 4 feet long, so this exhibit will help her blow up. They're not the fastest growers, but before you know it, she's gonna be old enough to breed, and then we can get her a boyfriend. And then, well, I guess we have the boyfriend. He's just too small, he's only that big. And then over here, we have this exhibit. This beautiful exhibit will be for the Cuvier's dwarf caiman for now. They can live in here their whole lives because Cuvier's dwarf caiman max will get just over 5 feet, which is a massive individual. So we have like a 5-foot male and then our 3.5, 4-foot female. So they can live in here for the rest of their life if they want to. We'll see what happens. Lots of space for them. And then of course the African slender snout crocodile enclosures right here. So basically 2 to 3 foot of wire in the ground, buried, and then 5 foot of wire from right here going up. So per regulation, 5 foot tall barrier for crocodilians. And the African slender snout will take out that dog kennel that's in there, and then he'll have all this space to roam once we get this all buried and zip tied. Steel tie, zip tie. We're not using plastic because it lasts forever. And then we got all these cool plants that Tom Holt donated. So we have purple banana trees we got to plant. We got all this papyrus. We got all these beautiful bushes to put up. So anyways, the crocodilians, everything's coming together nicely. I think now I should show you guys this new snake. All right, so I have a new snake to show off to you guys, but let's make it a little more fun. I have 3 identification photos for exhibits that we're changing around for the animals. So let's see what snake we gotta deal with first. Just pick one, pick anyone, pick one, pick one. No, seriously, pick one, come on. Oh, a little eager, go ahead, pick one. No, not yet. All right, little switcheroo. Go ahead, pick. Okay, what do we got here? Ooh, Cape Cobra, not a new snake, so let's deal with that snake first. Now what I'm doing, besides revealing this new snake to you guys, I have enclosures to clean, but it's time to pair the snakes back up with each other so they can... So that means monocled cobra's going back together, Cape Cobra going back together, maybe a few other snakes. We'll start with the Cape since that's what we picked. And then I can show off to you guys this beautiful new snake. Gonna unlock this enclosure. Obviously, you remember we recently separated these snakes, but we're starting to get into the colder weather here in Florida. So what I want to do is now that the animals are going to start ovulating, the females are starting to create those eggs inside of them, getting ready to take on some sperm and get some fertile eggs, like this female Kate, we can put her with her boyfriend. So this is drop for drop, the most venomous cobra in Africa, even more toxic or just as toxic as the black mamba. So it's a very, very serious bite. Even with anti-venom, it's a potential death for you. Just gonna put her right there. She's coming out for no, yeah. Okay, we got her, we're good to go. Let me just keep her in the corner of my eyes. I unlock this enclosure. There we go, unlock that. Use the hook, nice and safe. And she's gonna go right back with her boyfriend for the next couple months. And he's gonna love on her because he's about to come out of shed too. Look how completely different his coloration is. So you can see he looks pink and pale right now. Usually his colors are just like this, nice and vibrant. Locked and secured, good to go. Let's get that photo identification on so we know exactly what we're doing. All right, so we want that photo identification. We're gonna slap it on the enclosure. Here in Florida, when you have exotic venomous reptiles, or at least when you're an exhibitor like me, you have to have photo identification for the snakes that are exotic. Native snakes, you don't need stuff like this. So it's either photo identification or a pit tag in the snake. Preferably, we do photo identification, make it easy on the animal. So the Cape Cobras are together. One of my favorite snakes in the world. Beautiful, very highly venomous cobra from Africa. Hopefully we'll get eggs next year. We'll see what happens. I am looking forward to it. I really would love to have some beautiful baby Cape Cobras, especially from that bloodline. All right, next up, we got 2 photos left. Let's see. Oh, Black Mamba, awesome. Good topic to talk about right now. Just so happen to have a Black Mamba at my feet right here. This is the beautiful little Black Mamba that was hatched out, I don't know, like a month or 2 ago. This snake is doing okay. Has not been consistent with eating, but still holding great body weight. I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. This snake needs new photo identification, so we got a picture of him coming out of the egg. We're just gonna slap that right around here. There we go. Beautiful. For any exotic venomous reptiles, you gotta have it if you have a permit here in Florida. Let's see, where did that Mamba go? You sneaky, sneaky boy. Did he go back in his hide? Let's see, let me lift up that hide right there and see what he's doing. There he is. Little baby Black Mamba. So you can see that he's still got some weight on him. He's looking all right, but look at that. That is the notorious Black Mamba from Africa. And the only reason that I was able to even make this possible to have a baby Black Mamba is because of my good friend Dingo Dinkelman that sent me a male Black Mamba for my female about a year. Oh shoot, it's on the loose. It's on the loose, come here. Little Black Mamba, I can't even tail this snake. It's so whippy, so long, it will easily bite you on the hand if you try to tail it. We're just gonna put him, oh, here, he's all over the place, woo! Okay, all right, goose frog. Zen, Zen. I'm honestly more nervous to talk about Dingo than I am, working with this Mamba, honestly. I've been, oh my God, I don't wanna tail this snake, but I might just tail it. There we go. It's very sketchy becoming a little Mamba this small, but at least I can maybe just hold him in place. There we go. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm more nervous to be talking about our good friend Dingo Dinkelman than working with this Mamba right now. As you guys know, Dingo has sadly passed away a couple of days back. It's right now, it's probably been like 5 days since he passed. And the only, woo, come look at him from this angle. Look, he's splashing the mouth. He's splashing. Look at that, look at that. And that's why they call them, whoa, Black Mambas, because they flash that interior of the mouth as defense. Ay, Dios mío, come on, man. Come on. All right, we're just gonna put him right there. If he wants to go in the cage, he can go in the cage. So anyways, as you guys know, we lost Dingo Dinkelman to a long battle that he was going through. He was bitten by what I believe was a Mamba. I think it was a green Mamba. I still don't know for sure. And as you guys know, Dingo Dinkelman had a hypersensitivity to venom. So even if he was bitten by something as simple as a garter snake, that small amount of primitive venom could throw you into anaphylactic shock and basically put your body in such a gnarly shock that you could die within 5 minutes. Dingo knew he was allergic for most of his career. He had been working with the deadliest snakes on the planet, knowing this because he loved working with these animals, and he wasn't gonna let his hypersensitivity stop him from what he loves, which is working with snakes. And non-venomous, venomous, but he loved venomous snakes just like I do. And that's why him and I had such a good relationship. Him and I not just love these animals, we were going through the same crap over the years at the same time. So Dingo was building out a facility, which who knows, they're probably still gonna work on it. I don't know for sure. If I'm getting off track right now, but Dingo and I went through a lot of the same things along the same timeline. For example, when he moved to a new facility or a new property to build it out into his dream facility, all the neighboring properties were trying to fight him on that. The same thing was happening here 3.5, 4 years ago. I moved here and the whole county started getting together trying to get rid of me. So literally Dingo and I would get on phone calls every week and start sharing stories about, my neighbors are being crazy, your neighbors are being crazy, my neighbors did this, my neighbors showed up to my house with the cops, my neighbors don't like that I have a king cobra. Yeah, these people, yeah, these people. So we bonded over that. And he was dealing with like equestrian people, horse people. I'm dealing with a little bit of both. Horse people, farmers, all these different people. So we bonded over the fact that we were trying to build zoos with crazy wildlife and our normal neighbors were upset about it. So we got a kick out of it, we laughed about it, and we both got through it over the years. We shared our stories and we bonded over it. So we built an awesome relationship. And then All the time he's offering to send me snakes. He was offering to send me green mambas, black. He was offering to give me my first black mamba, because before Allison, the 10-foot black mamba that laid the egg that hatched this beauty out, I didn't have any black mambas. And he was like, let me send you your first mamba, Chandler. He's like, you have a mamba? I'm like, no. He's like, I'll send you one. How about a wild caught 8-footer? I'm like, I don't want to die. How about a baby? Let's start off small, because I haven't worked with black mambas that much. So he was nice enough to get me a captive bred baby hatched out in captivity, which is Kobe, the father of this snake. The shit that happened with Dingo, it really puts me in my own head, because all I'm thinking about is, wow, I could have been in Dingo's shoes right now. I could have been dead a year ago, or whenever it happened. I could have been killed. And while I was waiting to hear the news on Dingo, what was going on, it was literally like 3 weeks to a month of waiting to see what happens. He was bitten. To my knowledge, what had happened was his heart stopped. They resuscitated him. It's hard. It's hard to even talk about this, guys. I fucking love that guy so much. And I'm always going to regret not going to Africa. I really f***ed up. I got bit by a crocodile. I couldn't go, obviously. That's how you get gangrene, and then you lose your whole leg. I already had 4 infections in my leg from my crocodile bite. Dingo he's such a good guy, him and his family. They literally paid like $3,000 plus for me to go out to Africa and have the experience of a lifetime, hang out with him and see things I've never seen before. And I got bit by the croc. I had a nasty infection. I almost lost my leg. You know, all Dingo wanted to do was share his passion of wildlife with everyone. People that loved wildlife, he wanted to throw them deeper into the wildlife. Oh, you like animals? Let's get you close to a croc. Let's get you close to an elephant. And people who didn't know about this stuff, he wanted to drown them in experiences and working with these animals, showing them off to the camera on YouTube, everything. He was the f***ing man. He was the best father that I've ever met in my life. No offense, Dad. I'm sure you can understand. I love you. I love both of you. I have 2 dads. They're not together. It's okay to have 2 dads, but I have a stepdad and I have a blood dad. Both great dads. But Dingo was the best father I have ever met in my life. The way he carried his family, the way he educated his family, the way he taught them to hold themselves up. What a man. That is the definition of a man. A man who takes care of his family, a man of God, and a man that takes care of every living thing the way it should be treated. That's why I love Dingo Dinkelman. And I don't know what's going to happen for the future of the park that they were planning on building out. Obviously, Kirsty needs time to process. The family needs time to process. But I'm going to do whatever I can to help these people. If I can get out to Africa and help them maintain the animals for like a couple weeks, I'll do that. I'll take a break from here. I'll have somebody watch all my crap, my animals. And I'm going to try to support them in any way I can. I'll go out there and I'll maintain the animals. If not that, let's try to help raise money for them to make things easier. If you want to support Dingo and you want to support the Dinkelmans, then I think the best thing we can do right now is honestly just go and buy their merchandise. It's the best thing we could do. Buy the merch, rep the merch, keep Dingo's legacy alive, and this money will hopefully help them get through the months as they figure out what to do. Because it's expensive to take care of animals. It's expensive to build enclosures. It's expensive to hold the permits for building, everything. Even though it's Africa and stuff's cheaper, it's still expensive. So if you guys want to support Dingo's family, Dingo Dinkelman, please go buy merch, support them. Go watch all of his videos. If you haven't watched all of his videos before, go watch them. Go enjoy Dingo Dinkelman's legacy. It's on YouTube. You can enjoy it for the rest of your lives. I just don't, there's so much I want to say, and I'll probably kickstart the podcast again. So we'll get another podcast episode up. I'm sorry I haven't been doing it for a while, but we'll do a whole podcast mainly talking about Dingo. Because if we're going to talk about Dingo, then this normal episode is going to be a couple hours long because it's endless. This man, I had the pleasure of having him stay in my home with his family, and they had become an extension of my own. So I'm heartbroken. It's been hard to even talk to people about this. This is a part of what it is to work with wildlife. And if you guys don't understand that and you think that you're a step ahead and you're untouchable because you've never been bit, that's bullshit. Look at me. I've been doing this my whole life. I'll be 30 in a couple years. I'm missing a finger. I've been bit in the neck by a black mamba. I've had my leg almost ripped off by a crocodile. I've been molested by other animals I don't even want to talk about. These freaking macaque monkeys I used to work with. They used to in the back of my head and bite me in the face. Totally off topic, I'm sorry. But anyways, this stuff is serious. This is no joke. That's why I put my bites on camera. Not that it was intentional. I put my footage out there for you guys to see, and I want you guys to learn from my mistakes. Dingo, he did exactly what he was supposed to do. He followed his dreams till the end. It's heartbreaking that his family doesn't have him anymore, and we don't have him anymore, but he did what he loved till the end. This man was getting close to 50s, and he'd been dancing around mambas his whole life. Crocodiles, everything. I love you, Dingo. One day we'll be together again, and we'll be kicking ass together. So, out of respect for my late legendary friend, Dingo Dinkelman, we're actually gonna be naming this black mamba, Dingo. He wanted me to name Kobe, the bigger black mamba, Dingo, but I ended up not doing it. Oh my God, I'm about to poop myself dealing with little Dingo. Out of respect for Dingo, this mamba's name will be Dingo. I was originally gonna donate this one to a Venom lab, but hey, I'll breed more next year. I'll hatch out a whole batch and they can all go to the Venom lab. This guy's gonna stay here for the rest of his life. Little Dingo. Oops. Oh, sorry, anticipation. Sorry, mind up. Mangsheng Viper. Ooh, finally, we got ourselves a Mangsheng Viper. Now I officially have one of the most endangered snakes in the world in this collection. Why is it so endangered? And ooh, don't bite me through the holes. It is so endangered because they actually only come from a small mountain range in China. I believe there actually might be a second mountain range now that we know of, but forever we've been talking how it's just like a 3-mile mountain range. He's just trying to bite me like crazy. The problem with this type of snake is it is a very defensive snake when it's young. So he is so bitey right now. He's literally trying to whack me through the container. So I gotta be very careful. Let me just get all this tape going. Ooh. All right, I'm gonna open this up. Be very careful, camera lady, because this guy will strike out. Whoa! All right, everyone chill out. Look at this snake. Absolutely, I'm really spooked to get too close. So this is a heat-seeking pit viper. If you were to look closely at the face, it does have a set of heat pits. So this animal actually sees in a thermal image. This is literally a giant clump of moss. How awesome is this snake? I've always wanted Mangsheng Vipers. I was actually with Tyler when he bought his pair of baby Mangsheng Vipers. What had happened was he went out to go get them, and I went with him, and he got him his little tiny babies. And the guy selling the Mangsheng Vipers, he had like 50 babies. But guess what? Chandler was still saving up for his new freaking property, and he couldn't buy any. So this is me finally getting a Mangsheng Viper. All right, don't bite me. This thing is very cantankerous. Look how cranky. Look, it's puffing its throat up. That snake is absolutely wild. Look at this guy. So check it out, Mangsheng Viper. It literally has green eyes. How cool is that? So this guy will actually get pretty big. Oh! This guy will actually get pretty big. Careful, camera lady. He can strike out to about here, so I gotta be careful. See, he starts to react. Ooh, it's the hot heat coming off my breath, the carbon he's picking up. So he reacts to it. Look, he's wagging his tail now. Oh, I gotta be careful because he could fling his whole body out, honestly. And what's really cool is they have this look at this, they have this beautiful lure on their tail that's like light green and yellow, see that? And they actually wiggle that just like that, trying to get like a little bird to come chomp down so then they can envenomate it. And what's really cool is I got a couple friends that go to China and they know exactly where to find, I mean, it's not that hard to figure out where they're at. They're only on a 3-mile mountain range, to our knowledge. And I would love to go next year and actually find these guys out in the wild. I'd like to go with a biologist that studies these guys. I know a few people that know the biologist that does that, who helped describe the Mangsheng Viper for the first time. And I'd like to meet up with this biologist and actually help do a survey on these snakes and legally interact with them, not just go out there and risk it, because this is an endangered animal. Wait! This is an endangered animal, and I'm not trying to go to another country and break all the rules. You got your tail stuck in there, buddy. I am beyond happy. Look how cool this snake is. I'm not sure what to name this snake. Comment below what you think I should name it. I know that Dingo Dinkelman had one pass away that he had forever, and him and his family loved it, and they named it Marshmallow. So I was actually thinking maybe like we should name this one Marshmallow in honor of Dingo and his favorite Mangsheng Viper he owned. So comment below what you think. Marshmallow, or any cool names that you guys think, comment below. This is awesome. I'm so stoked to finally have a Mangsheng Viper. Now, the big goal is not to get bit by this snake because this snake has no anti-venom here in America. Actually, there's no anti-venom anywhere. So if you were to get bit, you literally have to ride it out. That's not fun. You don't want to ride out anything. It's like, whoop! You don't want to ride out a mang bite. I actually have a friend who's bitten by this species of snake here in Florida, and he is okay. So he tested it out. But then again, he could have gotten a mild bite. We don't know. We're going to put this snake in this enclosure up here. Later on, we'll do a tall, beautiful arboreal setup. But for now, this is more than enough space because this snake is a baby. It's under a year old. Look at that thing. How... Ooh, he is an angry little guy. Locked and secured. Let me put some insulation on that to be careful. I have extra insulation right here, so we can stick that in there and really make sure this guy cannot get out. Because the last thing we need is a viper that likes to bite this much crawling around freely. Obviously, this is a snake-proof room, but we make sure the snake cages themselves are snake-proof. So we're gonna shove that there. It's an adhesive, sticky part, so it sticks to the glass. Cut that part off, and then voila. Now he can't get out of the panes of glass. Super secure, locked. And of course, not just do we have to have our labeling, danger venomous reptile, English name and scientific name, which is Protobothrops mangchenensis. All the Protobothrops you find in Asia. So really cool species like Protobothrops jordani we used to own out here. All the different species. They're basically like the fertilances of China, Asia. Habu is like the slang for all the vipers found out in Asia. So everyone thinks that there's just one type of a habu, but technically that would be called a habu. The Jordan's pit viper would be called a habu. There's just a bunch of vipers out there and the locals call them habu. Not sure if they actually do. They call this one habu, but viper is typically called habu throughout China. Can't wait to see this guy grow. Obviously, we need to get the opposite sex. I believe this one's a male. Maybe breed them. It's very difficult to breed the Mangsheng vipers here in Florida because we're low altitude. We have very high humidity, lots of heat. And this animal comes from high mountain altitude that snows. So one, you can't have it too humid. Two, you gotta make them go into a hibernation where they get so cold it triggers the ovulation for the females. But there's ways to do it. There are zoos here in America that have successfully bred Mangsheng vipers. So if they can do it, why can't I do it? We're gonna try it out. And oh, look at the Bushmaster. Oh, look at her. She's just checking me out. What's up, mama? What's up, mama? Two of my favorite vipers in the world hanging out right here in the corner of the room. Bushmaster and the gorgeous Mangsheng viper. Let's see. I was gonna do a bunch of cleaning. I still have to clean, whether I film it or not. Maybe we'll do 1 or 2 cages on camera for old time's sakes. And then we'll go hang out with the camels before they go to their new home tomorrow, which we'll film. And we're gonna go hang out with Guido, the river otter. All right, back to love matchmaking. I mean, they're gonna make love later, so whatever. I was kind of right. We're gonna take the oh so gorgeous Sunshine, the albino monocled cobra, who's been by himself for a while, for probably about 1.5 years now, because we took him away from Big Bertha after they made those babies. There we go. Beautiful, woo! Beautiful albino monocled cobra that my good friend Albert Killian gifted to me, who retired from keeping venomous snakes. Very venomous, very cranky boy. And we're just gonna open up this enclosure. We got Big Bertha in there. And we're gonna let Big Bertha and Sunshine cuddle for this winter. So she goes through ovulation once the cool weather starts to hit some more. And he can go to town, making little babies. Locked and secured. So we have a pair of black mambas together for breeding. We have a pair of green mambas, which aren't big enough yet, so I'm not worried about them breeding. We have the Cape Cobras ready to breed, so they're together. So we might get baby black mambas, baby Cape Cobras, baby monocled cobras. Forest cobras are still together, so we might get forest cobras. And that's really it for breeding right now. Obviously, we don't have Kevin anymore. We don't have the female for Kevin. So we're not breeding kings, sadly, this year. It'll happen in the future. There's no rush for having fun. We just have fun. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm gonna keep producing venomous snakes, the really pretty one. Oh, and the eyelash vipers are together. So yeah, eyelash viper babies too. So really the goal with the venomous snakes is just to breed them for venom labs so they can make anti-venom and other pharmaceutical needs. Like they can make different medications out of all these different venoms. So that's the main goal, but there are some simpler species that are very beautiful, like the eyelash vipers that aren't too medically significant, and I'm willing to sell those to other venomous keepers in Florida that aren't venom labs. Speaking of producing, this is the beautiful monocled cobra that Big Bertha and that albino Sunshine produced. He's getting nice and big, so he's het for albino, really pretty. Stone has one of the babies. Justin, aka Bite Force, has one, and a couple other buddies. Yeah, I'm kind of just like talking to you guys, just hanging out for this episode. There's just a lot to talk about. The podcast is coming back. Stone got me fired up. I'm ready to get back on the podcast. I'm gonna have Bite Force on the podcast. Hopefully we can get his butt over. Stone, Alex, Tyler, all the homies. And then if we can travel next year, we'll interview all of our friends from around the world. And yeah, the adventure never stops. We're gonna keep on living. We're gonna keep on doing our thing. And we're gonna keep on following our dreams. It says follow your dreams, but you get the idea. All right, beautiful people, I'm gonna clean one cobra cage and then I'm gonna go hang out with my camels. All right, so we got Skittles, the Ethiopian cobra, one of the gnarliest cobras that you could deal with in Africa because they're so defensive, so spunky, and their venom will rot you to bits and pieces, besides the fact they're neurotoxic venomous snakes. Look at that gaping of the mouth. Now let's see. Ooh-wee. Come on. Just try to, there we go. Whoa! Ah, voila, there we go. Whoa! Ah. Beautiful Ethiopian cobra, Skittles. You are a cranky snake. All right, I'm gonna put you right in there. Relax, relax. Neurotoxic, cytotoxic, a bad cocktail to get bit by. That's why these African snakes are way worse than dealing with the Asian snakes. They just have a nasty, nasty mix of venom. And look, she just came out of shed. So we got a full shed right here. That's beautiful. We can hold on to that for a fan of the show. Remember, you guys can book a tour on chandlerswildlife.com. All right, we got a nice clean enclosure. We have a very cranky Ethiopian cobra ready to go back home. This snake is always fiery. Everyone's got their own personality, but it seems like this species in general is just super duper cranky and ready to go. All right, come here, relax. Beautiful cobra, look at that. Very beautiful, very dangerous. Time to go home. There you go, mama. Right back in there. Close this up. Got a lock on that thing. Oh, excuse me. Gotta actually clean the track. Oh, gotta clean the track out for a second. Didn't realize there's still stuff stuck. And that'll keep the glass from fully locking. So there we go. Get a lock on that baby. Oh, it's not locked. Okay. Oh, secure. Super easy. First try. All right, beautiful people. Let's go hang out with the camels and see how they're doing. Some carrots. Come here on 3. Look how they lick their lip. Oh, they're prancing. They're prancing. So, I've been giving these guys treats, especially every day, because they're leaving tomorrow, and I want this last week to be full of treats. So, Cameo Home 3 and Timmy, they're going to my buddy's facility on 60 acres, and they'll literally have 10 acres just for them, 24/7. And then recently he told me that they don't just have the 10-acre pasture, they actually have the option to go on another 10 acres or another 7 acres. So he's got all kinds of space for these guys, and he's already looking into buying them girlfriends. So I'm super excited about that. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody's upset I didn't give them that big. Oh, little bit of kissing. Oh, now it's starting to rain, but that's okay. Got to give my camel boy some sweet carrots. And we're going to make a whole episode on transporting them. It's happening tomorrow, so hopefully it all goes smooth. And they'll get into the horse trailer for some treats. And we'll film where they're going, what the facility looks like. But no more mammals, just the otter. These guys, they're going to Danny's place. I'll give you a hint. The next creature is a bird. I shouldn't say it. My camera person's saying, don't even get... It's a bird. It's a bird. Sorry. There's the hint. And it's pretty, as Tyler would say, dinosauric. Sweet boys. I'm never gonna stop loving you and your horizontal eyes. Words can't describe how Your lips make me feel. Oh, careful with my nub. All right, one last one. Go ahead. Almost pulled out my bottom tooth. That's fine. All right, big boy. You guys get out of the rain. I love you guys. You'll see them in the next episode. Let's go hang out with Kaido. Nothing makes me happier than cuddling my little Asian river otter. Kaido! What are you doing, buddy? How's your day going? Huh? Look at them freaking fat rolls, man. And also, if you look real close, you can actually see he's growing a pair of acorns down here. He's getting older. So he's getting a little more testy, huh? Yeah, you've been humping and peeing on girls' feet lately, huh? You happy little otter. Look at him. Oh, you hear those sounds? What? Little snipple? What are you thinking, huh? What are you thinking? Little belly rub. Little belly rub. Oh! I love you. Yeah? Oh, I'm never gonna get any other mammals again. Oh, I take that back. Maybe when I'm not traveling as much in the future, I'd consider maybe getting a jaguar pair or maybe a tiger. But right now, I really just want to focus on reptile conservation. I have my little snuggle bug so I can get my fill of mammals. And I just want to be able to travel. I want to be able to travel and pursue these expeditions I've been talking about my whole life. I want to go back to India. I want to go to Africa. I want to go throughout Asia. I want to go to all these places and help support reptile conservation, or really any conservation, even, like birds and other kinds of animals, even otter conservation, if I can help with otter conservation. And travel the world, donate materials to help people get their conservation work done, where it's harder to get things like snake hooks and transportation stuff and microchips for tracking these animals and whatnot. So yeah, there's a lot more to do in the future, a lot more traveling and whatnot. So that's why I'm simplifying things and just sticking to my reptiles and my birds. Oh my goodness, I love them. Isn't he the cutest thing ever? Huh? What? What do you have to tell me? What do you have to tell me? Oh my goodness. I love you so much, Kaido. Come here. I love you so much. Get your hands on my mouth. You're so dirty. You bit my ear. All right, beautiful people. I hope you enjoyed the episode. Sorry, I took a little break again. And I'm trying to get on a consistent schedule, but I'm not really a schedule type of guy. I'm a little bit crazy like this otter. I'm just looking for food and looking for a good time, right? Oh my God, you're so cute. Oh my God, you're so cute. Oh my God, Just a little bit of fluff for you at the end of the video. All right, beautiful people, stay safe. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Follow your dreams. Stay passionate about what you love. And always, cuddle your otter and go on many adventures like real-life Pokemon trainer. Isn't that right, Kaido? Yeah. All right, guys. Love you. I'll see you. I'll see you on the next one.